Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Welcome everybody to coffee time. We got our members in the background there too, having a good time. That's our Sadhu Sangha. They watch my back, man. I have bulletproof glass in the front here, as you can see. So you have bulletproof glass here between us and the public. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. So we'll chant a little bit here. Did a lot of I feel so clear and so cleaned out. This morning was so auspicious, transcendentally, man. It's just like, so Karuna was saying about preaching, and I said, well, how to satisfy the parampara. To me, it's not getting the audience out there so much. It's getting the audience of Krishna. That's really everything. See, if we get the audience of Krishna, then preaching is like easy. I just, after that, I talk about Krishna and everything. It just all comes so like effortless. See, all from the audience of the Lord, and that's what He wants to do. Otherwise, if you want to be a great speaker, you have to go to Toastmasters, and study and all this stuff. Here, it's really easy. All you have to do is connect, get the audience of the Lord, through devotional service, and you get the audience. You feel the Spirit of God inside you, connecting, and all the empowerment comes from that. This is the better way. Otherwise, very hard to do self-help programs, to try to make yourself better. But this is the better way, is because the true self is already perfect, and we're just meant to connect with that true self. And if we do that, then everything becomes perfect in our lives. This is the message that the Lord came, or always comes to give, is this way of self-development, is simply by learning the art or the science of communing with God, and so anyway, that's taught by the empowered devotees who are spiritual masters. Okay? And a spiritual master means what? The master of the spirit, right? They mastered the spirit. See, devotion is the only way to do that. So, so that's the experienced devotee teaches. Hare Krishna. Everybody can hear. Okay, so let them hear the chanting. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna. And you guys can talk amongst yourselves if you want. It was a kind of interesting conversation, actually. So don't worry, just be yourselves. No Vaidhi stuff here. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Vaidhi bhaktas are our enemies. They're our targets. So we're here. We want to conquer the Vaidhis and plant the flag of we want them to lay down and plant the flag of ecstatic love, worship of God. We plant it right in their belly. Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. So we're going to do something different here. We're going to sit over here today.
You're going to do it?
Yeah.
Can we take this off?
Yeah. Yes, otherwise it's kind of impersonal. What am I doing over here? You guys are sitting over there. It's ridiculous. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's
Oh,
just
great.
he didn't
Thank
like
you.
you, Jackie, that's all. Just
Oh,
he didn't
thank
like you.
He didn't like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, yeah. You know, let's see. Oh, you know what? I'm going to have to actually sit there because of the lighting.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. It's too bright. It just washes me out. Or actually, I just sit here. This is the best, actually.
Much?
No, you sit here.
Too bad.
No.
I need this lighting here.
There's your room.
Okay, good. Thank you.
Room.
Okay.
And there's your room.
Yeah.
Do you want to wear it? Here.
Yeah, just put her there. That's good. All right. Okay, we made a little adjustment here. So now we got the round table discussion.
It's not mine, is that I need it? Yes. I hope one day I will.
Listen, I can only be in a class.
You know me, I mean, it's been that's mad.
But you have that thing over your
I'm not being silly.
when I was reading. You was crying.
Oh, beautiful, isn't it?
So you know, you can't say that. That's not nature.
No, it was in I'm from mutual
Mm. Mm.
Amanda was here.
Mm.
Amanda sitting there.
Mm. Mm. Mm.
Oh yeah, my first.
Mm. Mm.
Was it something? You want to spit something out?
What do we need?
Audrey was like, no, here, it's okay. Spit it out. Oh, he's falling.
What was that, espresso?
So,
Ooh, wow.
that was mine.
You drank it? You drank that? It's horrible, isn't it?
It's horrible.
Spit that out, man.
I was hoping it was spit into this cup. Gotta get whatever.
He probably drank it, huh?
I know. I hold my nose.
Ah.
Look.
Good morning, my friend. How are you? Yeah, no, I just do the coffee thing in the morning. All right. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hari Hari Hare Krishna 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 Hari Hari Hare Rama 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 Hari Hari Hare Krishna 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 Hari Hari Hare Rama 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 Hari Hari Hare Krishna 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 Hari Hari Hare Rama Rama Hari Hari Hare Krishna They are the whole gang. Who can get me another one of these?
What kind do you like?
Let her do it. Just a cappuccino. And bring one of those.
Give me one of those.
You want them to throw out that stuff, right? Throw it.
Finished.
It's oh, he drank it anyway. Ugh.
No, it's not. There's one.
Krishna Krishna Hari Hari Hare Rama 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 Hari Hari Hare Krishna. Oh, so we'll read from Srimad Bhagavatam here. Where's my there it is.
Aaron said you was a nice man.
Huh?
Aaron, the bartender.
Oh, he did? This man? Oh, that's nice.
Knows a bit.
You told him you were here for him.
Yes, I told him where we were and who Guru Maharaj was and what Guru Maharaj was doing.
Right.
Again in court.
Oh, he asked you what we're doing, huh?
Are you sure we told everybody rather than...
I didn't really ask at all. But he was very receptive.
How'd you get those things?
He was very receptive.
How'd you get those things? They used to be in your face.
Bindis.
Oh, the bindis.
Yes.
So read from Srimad Bhagavatam here, everybody. Hare Krishna. Hey, thank you so much.
No, he was sitting in bed. She took 3 pictures. When you got us lost.
Can I get some of that yellow, the yellow stuff over there?
Canderelli stuff?
Yeah. Yeah. Or actually, you know what? In my go in my front pouch, very front, and way down in there should be some stevia.
I think that's what this is.
Yeah, I think that's that. Sweet.
You'll feel it. It's kind of like a
Little plastic box.
it's a little plastic box. Is that the very front? No. The very front. No, it's a little plastic box.
Hard plastic box.
Hard plastic box. Yes.
Yeah.
But it's like that, but it's the other one.
How many hard plastic boxes can you have in your bag?
Maybe it's not. There it is. All right.
No, stevia. Oh, stevia.
Stevia.
What
So
stevia?
it's a sweetener like
Natural
this.
sweetener.
Like this. Yeah.
Okay, stir. Let me have a stir. There we go. Boy, it's a big work to get a cup of coffee here nowadays.
What are the Guru going to do around here for coffee?
It's a process.
Which one? The floating on the top.
Missed what? They got a lot of foam in these suckers, man. Yeah. All right. Now I'm ready for Bhagavatam. Yes, I'm live again too if you want to come and see what we're doing. So the link is on my page.
Yeah. It's like candy.
This one lady just said, she says, I sent her a video, and she says, "Oh, I'm just so happy when I see you." And so that's that's the life of a devotee. People will be either happy to see you or they just hate to see you. That's that potency is like that. It makes you become like a stand-in for Krishna. He empowers you with that. When Shishupal, he saw beautiful Krishna, he hated him. And when Pandavas saw Krishna, they loved him. So get used to it, man. Like father, like son. No in between. They'll be indifferent people, but they just kind of indifferent. But people generally they love or hate you, man, or like you or hate you, Yeah, and actually on the material level, they say hate is the opposite. It's not the opposite. It's connected with loving somebody. Is hating them. It's the same. The same. Yeah.
It's better than indifference.
It's what?
Better than indifference.
It's better than indifference. And on a spiritual level, it's the same thing. The love and hate it's just the opposite side. It's an attraction. See, so if you love or hate, if you hated it, that's what Jesus said. Something else. He said, either love me or hate me, but don't be in between. I spew you out of my mouth.
Wow.
Because people that really hate God or hate the devotees, they usually become saints, like Paul. Well, many in the Chaitanya Lila also. They persecuted Jagai and Madai. They persecute the devotees and vehemently, like with gusto. Like I got one guy already, He said, my mission is to destroy you. Oh, okay. Good, with gusto,
He'll be here next year.
Might
He'll be sitting here having a coffee with
might
us.
be. Because that's the track. It puts you close. It's like Kamsa. He hated Krishna. Feared Krishna, hated him, thinking about Krishna all the time. He became Krishna conscious. There are people thinking about my preaching. I had one guru. He thought about. I sent him a letter. For 10 days he was pacing around. He was so hated. A guru, man, a big one in Hawaii. I won't say who his name is. I sent him a letter. I was just from my heart. I was sharing because he was talking a lot about the right things, but I found out that he was just talking, but he sent me a letter with it was like hate personified. The letter, if you could see what hate looked like, that was that letter, man. It was so full of garbage, man. I said, wow, that's in that guru? My goodness. But he was getting purified. I mean, this was a tremendous, but that's how it acts, it's surprising, but, so this is the leaders, and devotional service, it brings out all the reality of what's going on in the Maya. And you see, this Maya is it's so undefeatable. It is so subtle. That's why you have to find the empowered personality to get you out, because they expose everything. Everything is exposed just by their nature, the potency here. So deliverance is here when Krishna comes with his devotees, or the devotees come with Krishna. You won't see Krishna with your eyes per se, unless it's him. Huh?
Is it impossible to defeat it on your own?
Impossible. You'd be so bewildered. You just can't, because Krishna is unconquerable. Either his Maya is unconquerable, and so is he. Except when devotion conquers it all. It conquers the Maya and it conquers Krishna, because he's both, So, that's why, man, they're the door, man. Jesus is so right on, man. I'm the door, man. But the more expanded understanding is the devotee who's got that mercy. It's like he said, I give Peter the keys to the kingdom. See? Because of his faith. You're the rock of faith. See, it's faith and belief in the real devotee. So I'm going to build my church on this rock. I'm giving you the keys. See, so that's why, when yesterday I said, follow him, his path. See, he's got the key, and the proof is in pudding. He's got the pudding, right? See, so what he said, you follow that, see, and get you out of this like a murky thing, like, well, I think you do it this way, that way, and all that. But see, you got to be it, man. You got to be the example of the deliverance. That's why Jesus said, those who go through the door become the shepherd of the sheep. I'm the door, and you go through the door, and you become the path now. See, and Krishna, and how does that happen? Because he gives himself to you. The kingdom is the Lord given himself to you, and you worship him in ecstasy, happily forever, So that's why this is a one-way trip, man. There may be obstacles and stuff and all that, but when you find Guru, man, that means that's it. You're going, and it's a no-return trip. I mean, you may return 1, 2 lives. I mean, if you get it right here, if all you have to do is just don't do Guru or Vaishnava aparad, That's it. And then you'll be qualified to go with Krishna and all that without hindrance. Everybody, all of us. It's wonderful, isn't it? Yeah, even though you have a cup of coffee here. No problem. Hey, man, I was having my morning cups of coffee, man, even in 1996. Prabhupada didn't mention anything about that. How come he just was so blissed out and happy with me? He was so happy. He didn't even mention the coffee thing. I thought you'd think he would come like some of these Vaidhi Bhaktis. Prabhupada said that. No, he came blissed out. Yeah, everything. What you're doing has my approval. I guess it was the coffee thing too, because I was drinking coffee.
Difficult to do.
I never thought about that. He said that. He said, what you're doing has my full approval. Oh, okay. Thank you, Prabhupada.
You take a sip of your cup. Carry on. Difficult to do Vaishnava Pride at the moment. There's only a few of them at this moment in time. So few Raghunav Bhaktis is the moment in time.
Yeah, it's quality, isn't it?
Hello, it's Dashu here. I was just thinking it's so difficult to do Guru
Vaishnava
Prad at the moment because there's only so few of us. So if you get on it now, you've got it really cracked. So come along now and get it into a tree yoga, at least 180.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all it is. That's all you need to do. Isn't it? That's it. See, even Janaki says that's it.
Yeah.
That's, isn't it? That's it.
I've got my glasses on.
Yeah. Hey, Janaki, give her that thing.
Are these your glasses?
Yeah. So, you've been on the Vaidhi path for like so many years, 40 years or something? Yeah. How does this experience differ from that? Get all the microphones going. There we go.
When you were saying just right over here that about for the Vaidhis, and I'm thinking there's 3 of us sitting right in front of you now that we're Vaidhi and we're harder to accept than those who didn't do the Vaidhi path.
Yeah, say that again now.
When you were saying earlier,
Yeah.
right here, that, hey, you Vaidhis out there,
Yeah.
Well, there's 3 of us sitting now that left
Hold the
there
microphone
for here.
steady.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, that left the Vaidhi for this.
For this.
Yeah.
And then there's others too. Freddie,
Yeah.
Johan, Lalita Madhava,
Nina.
Meena, Balaram.
And they're not really Asian Vaidhi.
Oh, Pani.
Pani? Noodles.
Yeah.
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 Oh, very Vaidhi.
So I'm just saying it's harder for us, because we have so many Vaidhi ways to actually allow ourselves the freedom to just love, to develop the love instead of, oh, did I do 3 to the feet and then set, you know, because you get spaced out. You get spaced out. So,
I never used to do 3 to the feet and 7 around the. When I was doing Prabhupada worship, I used to do them. Well, I never used to go.
but it came from your heart, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, I forgot the heart.
yeah.
I was doing devotional service without the heart. It was too much of the head. You know, have to get that knowledge, have to know. I can't do. I need to read this. I need more. And it was knowledge. And it's like, damn, I forgot what I just read 3 minutes ago. How am I going to do this? Now it's like I'm not here for. I took it from the head to the heart. You know, now I just want to love Krishna instead of just know about him.
Well, that's it. You've got it.
She cracked
She's
it.
getting it. Yeah, she's cracked it.
I find it here. I find it here. We'll get you, Vaidis.
That's good. That's good. You met lovely tree. Lovely tree.
Say something.
I don't know what to say.
You do. Go on. You're a good speaker. Go on.
I don't know. I'm really happy to be here today. That's all.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know, because every time you say something, it's like an onion, you know? It's like I keep peeling layers and layers and layers off, you know?
Put a
It's,
little closer to you. So it's natural. Just hold it. There you go. Like layers of onions. What?
yeah, it's like you say something and then like peel it back and I find there's like more meaning. It's like something will resonate and then like later on throughout the day, like I'll find something where it's like it's all there.
A lot of precious jewels here today. You know? Everybody's so amazing. God. I feel so blessed to have such good association. Man, I'm going back to God for sure. I have no doubt I'm going back to Godhead. Just by who Lord Chaitanya has given me to associate with. These are priceless jewel, like not only here at the table, but look at all these. Johan, Evo, you know. Not Yamuna though, there.
Why not me?
Because she's like,
Her picture
I'm
popped.
going to reply to Balaram.
Oh, I know. I was just joking.
Because of what he says.
What did he say? He said something weird.
Yeah,
Let me see what that guy
He's
said.
saying that I've got to I've got to do it. I've got to act. He's like, I.
So I haven't left. I haven't tried to do that. What? This is, okay, I got to go back. Okay, I got to see all this. Balaram says, I don't love you, nor do I hate you, so I am the worst position. Oh, I don't love you, or I don't. So, and you responded?
I was
What?
going to respond to this the next bit actually.
Okay, go ahead. I was just joking with you. Go ahead. Finish up. Carry on.
He said, I haven't left. I'm trying to add PREMA. I'm trying to add PREMA. I'm going to do it.
Oh, he said all that?
It's like, I've got to add the PREMA. I'm adding.
Well, here, give you the microphone so you can hear what you're saying. Here you go. Go ahead. You tell him perfect. Tell him directly to his face. There you go. Get that Balaram, man. He likes the bam bam. You know. Give him some bam bam.
Hare Krishna Balaram. I hope you're okay.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
just reading your posts, or what you call them, about I haven't left because we're talking about being a Vaidhi. So I think he's talking about that, isn't he? I haven't left being a Vaidhi. I am trying to add PREMA, adding love to my service, You know, so I think that in the way, it's kind of the wrong context. I feel to do it that way because you're not actually doing anything, you know. And it's about to really surrender, and it's given to you. It is given to you, and you're not actually doing anything at all. And I was just going to reply to that. So, and I think you have to learn to see it in. That's probably the Vaidhi way, I suppose. I don't know, but you have to see the bigger scope, see a different angle of it all, and this is not the right angle to, I don't think, to see it.
Where's the other microphone? Oh, it's up in there.
It's just here, and it's about, you just dropping everything as much as you can, just trying to purify, surrender, and then it is given to you. All these things are just given, and that is the simple thing about this. It's just given. You don't do. I'm not doing anything. I'm not giving myself. So,
Who's this I?
I thought, well, who is that I? And so I'm sorry. It seemed like I wasn't listening.
No, I was just joking with you.
I'm just joking now. Then.
Yeah, your picture showed up there.
Yeah, it's really great to be here with Guru Maharaj. I want to do this more often. Because this is like emanating out, because it's got bigger now. You was over there, you've moved into the middle, and it's just, as disciples can helping you to, first thing I do is start talking to the barman about you. Yeah. So, we can kind of own this place. Yeah. In a way.
Donate it.
Yeah. Well, maybe Witherspoons is a huge chain.
Hey, man, Krishna owns this place, man. People do. You don't know anything, man. We'll see miracles here. When you watch the miracles happen, this is already a miracle, isn't it? Can you imagine people are following a person with no devotee in Vaishnavism? This is unheard of.
Sitting in a bar.
Sitting in a bar.
Witherspoons.
Yeah, Witherspoons, sitting in a bar, listening to a guy that has no dhoti on, no neck beads, and they're talking about being a Vaishnava, and all that stuff. Isn't it kind of weird? Doesn't make sense. Anyway, this is the miracle, because we're proving that it's not about trappings, because they're trappings, props. It's a sound vibration, it's like Jesus said, I know mine, I know me. She wouldn't surrender. She wanted Krishna. I heard this morning. I preach about what I hear. She couldn't surrender to a guru. She liked Krishna. She knew there was something right. And about Prabhupada, there was something right for sure. But these people representing wasn't quite trust there, right?
I pretty much was like, no, I'm done. I don't know, I couldn't do it. I saw everything and
Cup here, please. Go ahead.
I saw everything and I was just like, this isn't what I want. I saw it and I was like, if this is what you're offering, this doesn't feel right to me, because it just didn't, I don't know, it didn't resonate with me, and I just couldn't keep going. I just gave up. I was like, I just can't do this,
You couldn't do Krishna consciousness at all, or
No, I couldn't do it in the way that they were doing it, and it's then I have a lot of Sikhs in my family, so I was like, I'll go to Gurdwara because it resonates there.
Right.
And it's I can be who I am, and it's not a problem. It's if I cry or if I get emotional, it's not a big deal. It's not something that I need to feel bad about. It's just be you. Yeah.
Also go to Sikhism.
Yeah.
You see, So we're providing a place for people that want Krishna, but they're just not suited for that path, that way. Some are, some they really, like rules, regulations. Oh man, I want to worship Krishna that way. But not everybody is there. And also the thing is association. Because even those Vaitis doing that, they're not really happy. I mean, God, I get these reports from Meena. She's saying they're only getting juice now, many of them, because of her association, because her association is here, and it transmits that way. Matter of fact, she just has to be a little careful, because she said that preaches too directly about me, it really stirs up the contamination. They get, it's like rattlesnakes, stirring them up, But they, it's intense.
I think people get sorry, one more. I think people get juiced and invited by feeling bad. I think they get a juice from that, of that guilty feeling of, we're so fallen, we have to do.
Yeah, it's a ras.
I think they get it ras, yeah.
And criticizing.
Oh yeah, as well.
Yeah, criticizing too, it's a ras. Yeah. No, see, this thing of the I, okay, let's talk about that a little bit. That's natural because we've all come from being absorbed in identification with this I, me and mine. And that's really, like she was telling me, she said, I don't know who I am. I don't know I see, I don't know. And that's why I say the secret is get to know who Krishna is, and that's what you do here, just by the vibration, and you'll see, like she was saying, it's a gift. It's by association. You start to drop and let go of the I thing, that I got to do something. That is the obstacle, and Krishna is showing that that I can't liberate yourself. It's not you. It's the great I. The true I is Krishna. See, it's true I, devotion. See, and that association. Devotion is gained by association and by hearing, by a little service. You see, and if you realize that it's not about I making advancement and I doing this, it's just following the process. You hear from a devotee, okay, and you do a little service, okay, like that, and then you get attracted to Krishna more. And that traction is the seed of bhakti, and it's the basis of self-development, because then all you do is associate with Krishna. When you have a bona fide guru, they make you attracted to Krishna more, and then you become qualified to serve Krishna. Yeah, that's the secret. Like Madhavinda Puri, he engaged people in serving Krishna. They were already serving Krishna. They were living in Vrindavan. But what was the difference? Ecstatic worship. He brought them to serving Krishna with heart, with attraction. See, same thing. Jesus came to people, they were Jews, they were serving God, fasting, but there was no heart in it, no devotion yet. He brought that, and we're bringing that here for the Vaishnava, where you have heart, the devotion is in there, and it's fun. We're showing up every day. After a while, people, even blind people, you're getting your eyes poked open every day, practically. They say, what is this guy? How does he do it? How are they doing this? Why are they so ecstatic? Why are Vaidhi Bhaktas starting to come? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 Vaidhi Bhaktis, and 20, 30, 40. I think we're up to about 40 Vaidhi Bhaktas coming here, that have connection with Prabhupada. Even like her, like 40 years, man, and they're coming here, Because, hey, man, after 40 years of not tasting the juice, it's like wearing a tight pair of shoes for 40 years and taking them off. It feels good, doesn't it? Whoa, man, no, where'd the guilt go? Like noodles are down. Oh, we got no more guilt. It just disappeared. We were so guilty chanting our rounds. Now we don't have any guilt.
I always had guilt about not cheating around. I know it is.
Why would anybody follow a guy like that? He is a true Raganuga Bhakta, man. Guy is from Vrindavan. Doesn't care how he looks.
This is the Raganuga Bhakti. I was always very, very upset about the fact that
Here, give me some microphones over here.
God, throw them at
I just couldn't chant 16 a day. I did 32 a day sometimes, but it wasn't sort of a regular basis. And doing 16 a day was hell. Going, I've only done 3. Oh God. And I needed to get up about 1 o'clock in the morning to do them. So I started getting up at 1 o'clock in the morning doing them, and I felt better after I'd done them all. But it wasn't sort of a better, really better. When you fall in love with somebody, or you don't fall in love with somebody, you see him and you think, oh, it's all right, I see him. But you fall in love with somebody and you say, oh God, this is good. And for 6 months it's great, and then it goes downhill, bonk, and you get fed up with it. Well, I do anyway.
Yes, thank you. Talk about your
I'm sorry. I'm saying, yeah. I get fed up with it. So,
It's somehow different when he says it. When he says it about himself.
you know, the only thing to do is look at your beads if you want, you know, and chant on your beads, because chanting your beads, it gets you to Krishna. But if you're like me, and you know, you've got to know why you're doing it. And the only way I got to know why I was doing it was coming to see Gaura Hari Das, you know. And I don't chant on beads at all now. I don't have any beads. You know, I used to have those big beads, but I give them away. So I don't have any beads at all. But I just chant when I want. I chant in my mind all the time. You know, when I'm walking about, I'm always Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. But I don't do it like that. I do it Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And I get wonderful feeling from it. I get happy, you know. I just get happy. And that's it, you know. And it's good. It is good, you know. And I'm an individual, like everybody else is an individual. So if you got the same problem as I've got, God help you. But you know, and He will help you. You know, He'll help you to find the way to Krishna. You know, and that's the only thing you got to do. You got to just love Krishna, and I love Krishna. I love Him, even though I look like a complete Burkhead. You know, I love Krishna, and Krishna knows this, and He gives me what I need.
You need to see your face. Look in there.
He doesn't look like
I don't know what I look like, but anyway, that's it. So, all of you, just do what you want. That's what I said many times before, is do what you want, but do it for Krishna. If you're doing it for Krishna or Radharani, you've got the right attitude on it, you know? And the right attitude will get you where you want to go.
Mary Sachi says that you look like the scarecrow from the Wizard of Oz.
I'm off to see the wizard, a wonderful wizard. Hello, Mary.
You're going through the whole thing because you did used to do the lion one.
I did what?
It was like the lion from the Wizard of Oz.
I was, yeah.
Stuff like that.
Yeah,
Now you're the scarecrow. You've got to be the Tin Man.
yeah.
And Dorothy.
And Dorothy. Yeah.
then there was-
Dorothy's here.
Yeah.
Dorothy's here. This is Dorothy. Say hello, Dorothy.
Hello.
Dorothy.
Hello.
Right. So that's all you're getting from me anyway. So I've done it now.
Balaram wants you to chant more in the association of Guru Maharaj and his devotees.
Well, I do chant in the association of Guru Maharaj and his devotees. So sure, Balaram.
Yes.
You know, I want you to not do it for yourself anymore. Not do it for yourself, and you'll get there. I promise you that. I promised you that you would get there, you know, and you will get there. Or else I will come, and I'm coming anyway, but I mean, I will come and rub your nose in it.
Listen to this.
So,
Talk about the nose.
just going to get hold of your neck and push your head down and say, Hare Krishna, till it hurts.
Balaram's got you for a month, hopefully.
Hey,
Balaram's going to have you for a month.
gonna be longer than that.
Love him.
Gonna be longer than that, aren't you, Balaram? Because you love me, don't you? And I love you. So that's all you need to do, you know?
But he's changed his mind now. He says the chanting is for all of us. All chant.
All chant, all right.
In the association of Guru Maharaj.
In the association of Guru Maharaj, we'll chant. So, Balaram, Hare Krishna, you big turkey.
Keep up there.
No. He wants me to keep going.
Guru Maharaj is just killing himself.
You know what? This is although this is funny, it's transcendental because we're feeling the atmosphere from Krishna, and we're in Witherspoons, believe it or not. We're all having a pint of beer, you know, and 15 fags each
7 o'clock in the morning.
at 7 o'clock in the morning. Yeah. and we're all completely drunk. We're drunk on Krishna Bhakti. That's what's doing it. I'm drunk on Krishna Bhakti, and I love Krishna, and I love his Bhakti, and I love Radharani. And so do you, don't you?
I do.
Yeah, and so do you, don't you?
Yes, I do.
And so do you, don't you?
Yes.
And so do you,
What
don't
did you
you?
say? What did you say?
I love
You
Krishna.
love Krishna.
Oh gosh, I so
I'm
love
trying.
See, that's it.
Doing it.
There's so much love Krishna, and there's so much love here that everyone loves him. Even this bloke with a beard in front of me here loves him. You know. So I'm gonna hand it back now. Never mind what he says. I'm gonna hand it back because I want to go to the toilet. So
Before you go, what's a fag?
what's a cigarette?
Oh, okay. Okay.
Hare Krishna.
All right, man.
Think about guilt.
Huh? Yeah, here you
Want
go.
to finish this?
No, go ahead.
Leave it too much, you might be laughing. Maybe not. Just really quickly, you know, with the guilt thing and feeling guilty, what it does, it makes your mind think what you can do so you don't feel guilty. So your mind's going to be scrambling and trying to think, oh, right, what can I do so I don't feel guilty? And you'll try and change it and do something else not to feel guilty, but it doesn't last very long. And you do the same thing and you feel guilty again. And then you're going to try and change to do something else and feel guilty. I think that's like a vicious cycle and it doesn't really work. So you have to really embrace, just embrace that guilt. And because it's not really real, it's more of an illusion. And maybe it's easy for me to say, but no, but it's my own experience as well. And I see it with everybody, with other people as well. The guilt thing is something we should just let go and just embrace. If we make a decision, then we accept that decision and go with it instead of fighting with the guilt and allowing that to kind of control us, really. So I wanted to just say that about guilt.
Yeah. It's a very strong thing in the temples in Vaidhi, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, I miss Mangalarti. I feel guilty the rest of the whole day is ruined because I miss Mangalarti.
Yeah, all day.
Yeah, but you just deal with it. I miss it. You know, okay, I want to sleep in.
Yeah. Well, actually, the guilt goes automatically here. It's by association, because this is no guilt here. If you associate with guilty people, and guilt, it's actually a spiritual thing. Krishna does not release you from the guilt until you follow this kind of path. Releases you from the guilt. But that's why people, the Christians know this. They talk of being under the curse, the wrath of God. See, you're under the wrath. That means you feel guilty, right? You did something wrong, something bad. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, something bad, something wrong. And so anyway, this is what I'm noticing. People, I just learn as we go along. Yeah, I always wonder, people worshiping the Lord out of fear and all that stuff, and I'm just about the love, love of God. How can you feel fear and love at the same time?
You can't.
No, it's not. So I've been worshiping all the time in love, and it gives us freedom and everything. And I see these people unhappy, and this is what you see. Self-realization is simply intimacy with the Lord's spiritual pose, and then all of a sudden you get these new eyes. You see people, they're just kind of like, loafing in the world. They need engagement. Everybody's in separation. That's the bottom line. Everybody's in separate. That's why they're looking like they do. They want to connect, but they don't know how. See, and so we do. It's not a thing that happens overnight, but by chanting and all this, people start to. Some people get adverse, and some people. Be a little careful. Hey, be careful, because otherwise we might. Yeah, and they might say, then we can't video here. Okay. Yeah, you gotta. I have to train these people. They're just so don't think
So
about
violent.
things. They're just so
Free.
unaware of important. You gotta see. You gotta understand all levels. It's important. What's going on in the world too. Grounded. Otherwise,
Hip to the
otherwise
trick.
we get tickets from the people, the police, and oh, I'm going to give you a citation. Anyway, that's okay. That's why I'm here today. I'm up there and also here. All right. Please do chant more and chant okay association. Thank you, Dasu. Big turkey with small tears. Yeah.
A big turkey as well.
Small tears.
Small tears.
He's a big turkey with small tears.
Tiny tears.
Tiny tears.
Tiny tears.
Tiny tears.
Turkish delight with tiny tears. Yeah, hey man.
Big or small, at least you have them.
Chris is just holding back because maybe you're holding back a little bit. Okay, so what do you think you're going to capture there?
Well, I think you should watch it later.
Oh yeah? Oh, I know. She's doing stuff with the funny faces. Yeah, you should watch yours back too.
Right.
Yeah.
You got me free face.
Oh, so many.
Oh dear.
What do you think I was laughing for?
I wonder what it was. Yeah.
So,
So I-
you need to do it when the person doesn't know.
Yeah.
I do it to you.
Yeah. All right. So okay, Bhagavatam. Oh. So Pani must be really like excited, more excited. He's going to come here at the end of September. That's so long. The 29th of September?
It's my birthday.
Is that your birthday? Oh, great.
Coming your birthday.
Great.
Birthday present.
Yeah.
It's not
Yeah.
your birthday.
It is.
It's your birthday.
Oh dear me.
We don't celebrate the appearance day of persons like him.
Why not?
Why?
Disappearance, because he wasn't born like this. He was. Prabhupada said you celebrate people's birthday that are that attain the self-realization in this life. So it's celebrated as a disappearance day, but he won't be here.
We celebrate when he's gone.
No birthdays for him. We'll have to celebrate your disappearance. We'll be here.
That's not fair.
You have to wait.
Your beard. And you can disappear.
Maybe we could celebrate his popping day.
His popping
Day he
day.
popped him.
Oh, day he popped. Now that's another day. The birthday. Hey, that's good. Oh, we'll celebrate. Find out that day you popped, and then we'll celebrate that.
What's the date today?
Today's the 11th of August.
January, isn't it?
Huh?
11th of August.
January.
It was January, yeah. January something or other he popped. And then we're going to celebrate that day. And he's going around hugging everybody. The guy was hugging every single person. You don't do that anymore so much. Just
don't do
once
that.
in a while, huh? Once in a while.
Every now and again.
Every now and again. Is that too mode of goodness for you?
Yeah.
Yeah?
It went against my my new principles.
Oh, your new principles?
I don't have principles, but it went against them. Wherever I've got. I'm principleless.
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 He's unprincipled.
Yeah. I'm unprincipled.
Koala bear.
My sugar. Yeah.
Tree hugger. Tree yuga.
I thought you said tree yoga.
Yeah. What is this? Manu. Who's Manu? Who's Manu?
Manu.
You know her? Manu? Sounds familiar.
It's a girl.
It's some Manu. I guess she's from India or something. Okay, so let's see. Maybe we'll try and read a little Bhagavatam here. All right. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Agena Timrandasya Ganangana Salakya Chakshur Militami Na Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. How about try this one? Krishna established. Okay, here you go. Read a little bit.
Sukadeva Swami said when...
No, louder.
Wait. Yeah, I'll pin this up here. There you go. I'll do it. I do it. And I'll get closer in case I want to say something too. Whoops. Okay.
Sukadeva Goswami said when Kamsa was killed, O heroic descendant of Bharta, his two kings, Asiti and Parapiti, went to their father's house in great distress. The sorrowful queens told their father, King Jasanda. Oops. I did something.
Oh yeah.
Of Magadya, all about how they had become widows. Hearing this odious news, O King Jasanda was filled with sorrow and anger. He began the greatest possible endeavor to rid the earth of the Yadavas. With a force of 23 Akshanhinis divisions, he laid siege to the Yadu capital, Martha, on all sides. Although Lord Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead,
You know
is...
what? I think I'm gonna have to, because you're a little bit low. So I think, huh? Yeah, I can't hear. So I'm sorry.
Oh, it's okay.
It's okay. You just have to look sweet. You are. Thank you very much. Yeah. Yes, because they're a little bit louder so they can hear too. So who has the loud? Oh, this lady has the loud voice. Okay. Here we go. Sorry. Oops. Okay. Oh yeah, you can sit there. Okay, there we go. This lady looks small, but she's got a big voice, man. My God, where'd you get that voice? You get it from your parents? Huh? You get it from your mom?
I don't know. I don't know.
Oh. All right. I think I have to put this on.
What is this?
Oh, yeah. It's funny. Okay.
Which one are we on?
Yeah, this one. Do canto.
This one.
Yeah.
Hare Krishna, everybody. Hearing this odious news, O King Jarasandha was filled with sorrow and anger, and he began the greatest possible endeavor to rid the earth of the Yadavas. With a force of 23 as soon
Akshohinis.
Akshohini divisions, he laid siege to the Yadu capital, Mathura, on all sides. Although Lord Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, is the original cause of this world, when he descended to this earth, he played the role of a human being.
So, this is interesting because the way the spiritual potency works is, see, Jarasandha was a religious person. He was following the rules and regulations of the Vedas very strictly. He worshipped Lord Vishnu, and he gave charity to Brahmins. Who's kicking the table? Okay. He gave charity to Brahmins. He never lied. But when he saw Krishna, he got very angry, and the hatred came out, and he wanted to rid the earth. He said he thought Krishna was irreligious. See, he wanted to rid the earth of him. See? And this is the way it is. Those who were even following religion could not understand Krishna, because see, Krishna comes to this planet once every 27 Divya Yugas, they say. Okay? And so that's 27 times around Kali Yuga, and then at the end of Dwarka, he comes as Krishna, and then Kali, Lord Chaitanya, to teach about this personality himself, God, how he really is beyond what the world has been following God as in the pointing rules, regulations, disciplines, yogas, and all of this stuff. But who God is so intimate and so confidential, it's so hard to see that first you want to fight with him. The religion people want to fight with him. And isn't it funny that he comes to religion? Yeah, Jesus Christ came to the Jewish people. Krishna came to Kamsa and Jarasandha, who are the personifications of like Vaidhi Bhakti, rules and regulations. But there's hypocrisy in it. It's not pure, really, even though they're following strictly rules and regulations. And to them, it seemed very bewildering, this person, Krishna, from Vrindavan, his highest dham, he seems totally, because he acts so free. It burns them up. They get totally angry. You got to, control everything. And Krishna, his nature, he's only controlled by love. See? So he comes to religion because unless he comes to pick a fight, if he doesn't do that, then people will not advance. That's why Jesus had the secret teaching. Don't think I came to promote peace. I came to start a war. Put people against people, father against son, daughter against, because he called people out. In many ways, he called them out of these groups that, where there was not the real shelter of this. And he actually called out the people that were against the true highest form of God, and they didn't know it. This is people following religion. They're so convinced that Krishna is rules and regulations and mandates and must-dos and have-to-dos, otherwise you're going to hell type God. Even in Vaishnava, can you believe it? Vaishnavas, we have this, Krishna in here, who is like Krishna is, and we have Lord Chaitanya, who is free and spontaneous, and the devotees also. But yet, where is Vaishnavism today? It's just like in the Jarasandha. Oh, let's get rid of him. Let's rid the planet. See? They think, let's rid the planet. See? They can't understand Krishna. But that's why Krishna picked a fight, and then people started to understand. Okay? And that's what we do here. You notice we picking a fight, aren't we? Aren't we picking a fight? Man, go right there on Facebook. They say, no, you don't do that. You don't show this. No, Prabhupada said this, and Bhaktisiddhanta said that, and they said this. Don't show ecstatic devotion because you're not supposed to. It's never been done before, and we're doing all these things that never been done before. No, it's been done before. It was done with Lord Chaitanya's time, hasn't it? It was done, yeah. It was done very wonderful and very colorfully. And because of that, many millions went back to Godhead. They got the spiritual planet. You heard about that. And it was so powerful, it didn't leave many people behind. And we're the next group. See, that's going there. So who's on board? Raise their hand. Who wants to go? See? We got a lot of hands over here. I don't know, how about out there, man? Yeah, so this is where it's going. You have to pick a fight, otherwise people won't know the difference between the highest truth and illusion. The illusion is to think that Vaidhi Bhakti, rules and regulations, and Varnashram Dharma is going to deliver you to Vrindavan. That's an illusion, I'm sorry. It's right there in Prabhupada's books that I preach from. You can only go to Vaikuntha, but you're not going to Vrindavan. Isn't that our Krishna consciousness movement, Vrindavan? Isn't it the movement of Vrindavan? Yeah. Well, hey man, I'm sorry, you got to pick a fight to get there, man. You got to see that Krishna is really here, man. Look at this. I got people following a guy without a dhoti. Any of you gurus prove that you can preach without a dhoti and perfectly straight tilak, neck beads, and not even following Ekadasi. And I know you all want a cup of coffee out there and maybe doing it on the side. Not all of you, but some of you out there. I know you ain't perfect in that, or whatever it is, because I was in Mayapur and I seen they had wine openers there selling in the Dham, selling wine openers and coffee. So don't give me this baloney that everybody is so perfect in the Dham. You know, did you see that in there selling coffee in there? Did you see that wine opener they were selling? All kinds of stuff, man. Because you can't do it perfectly by the rules and regulations. Coca-Cola, oh yeah. Yeah. So anyway, we can't perfect it that way. Okay, we start, and that's humbling to realize you can't do it. See? So the fight and struggle is to let go of this thing that Varnashram Dharma is going to deliver to Krishna Loka. It's not, man. You know, looking at that, just with that dasut there preaching like that, that's going to deliver you. Guys like that. You gotta see. This is Vrindavan. Look at that face, man. Doesn't he look happy? Pani, I think he was just projecting. That should be his name, Madhu Mangal. He even eats like Madhu Mangal. He's always eating sweet things and anything he could stick in his mouth. Yeah. So, hey, man, that kind of stuff is going to deliver you. He sees Radha and Krishna. It's really true, these things, you know? And you got to hang out with people like that are odd, uncommon. And if you
Thank you very much.
Big pleasure, I think.
I'm not odd.
He looks.
I'm not odd.
He looks like a beggar.
You look like a beggar.
I look like a beggar.
Yeah.
Freddie said that.
Freddie, when I see you, I'm going to kiss you.
Oh.
Again.
Hey, watch out. We got Pada after us on that. Pada's put he saw the guru kissed him on the lips, man, and they're really promoting that picture.
Which one are you talking?
Oh, in Belgium when we're just totally ecstatic.
Oh,
I
yeah, you
kissed
kissed him on the lips.
Yeah, and they somehow this guy must have snapped it, you know. He's snapping everything. You know, and Pada is going for a heyday. Go hard! Look at this homosexuality. See. So anyway, you guys got the gist of all this. You know, Vaidhi rejects, exactly. We're Vaidhi rejects. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so I'll start from the beginning of this verse. Although Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, is the original cause of this world, when he descended to the earth, he played the role of a human being. Thus, when he saw Jada Sundra's Jarasandra's assembled army surrounding his city like a great ocean, overflowing its shores. And when he saw how this army was striking fear into subjects, the Lord considered what his suitable response should be according to time, place, and specific purpose of his current incarnation.
You see, this is a really wonder. This is a loaded deal, man. This whole paragraph, man. It's so wonderful, man. You know, you see, Krishna, he's got a small army, in Dwarka. Maybe only himself he does this. Who's?
It's me.
Get
Sorry.
No, it's not me.
It's me.
Oh, you're holding it.
I'm
steady.
holding it.
Okay, it's you.
Yeah.
He's always starting trouble, this guy. Troublemaker.
Always.
Look at that guy.
Got my
He's-
legs crossed, that's all.
Oh, okay.
And my legs out very,
Stop
very.
man, I want full attention. I don't want the camera shaking all over the
Earthquakes.
place. Earthquakes and stuff. Yeah. So where was I? Oh yeah. So yeah,
Army.
you see,
Krishna's
Jarasandha
army.
has you see he's got all these armies everywhere. And Krishna's more or less alone or with a small army. And so where was this? Okay, read that, and I'll stop you.
I read from this bit.
Yeah.
Thus, when he saw Jarasandra's assembled army surrounding his city like a great ocean, overflowing its shores.
See, that's what's going on in this world. It's like a great army. See, Jarasandha this is religion. Isn't most of religion like that? They're all Vaidhi, man, and they're surrounding Krishna. See, just like here. Krishna is also here. He's empowering this thing. People don't know it. See? And it's like this, and everybody's looking. Look at the big army surrounding, this little Sangha here, you see how real this is, man? This is no different. It's just like the same thing's going on. The big Jarasandha's army there, Mr. Rules, Regulations, and then they hate I gotta rid this world. This guy is spoiling Prabhupada's movement of Vaidhi, Bhakti, and rules and regulations. Let's rid the planet. You see the same thing. And we're sitting here, this little army, man, few people. And we're saying, we see this whole big army of Vaidhis looking at it, looking down at us. You see? Go ahead. Now you get the picture. See, it's got to be real. Otherwise, it's just a storybook.
Like a great ocean overflowing its shores. And when he saw how this army was striking fear into his subjects, the Lord considered...
Striking fear into its subject. See, if you're subject to that teaching and that understanding, you're a subject. Isn't that why the guilt stayed? She wanted to get out, of this, because she felt this is something not right about this. I'm attracted to Krishna, but something not right about it, But then the guilt is in there because you kind of accept it, you kind of don't, there's some doubt. So you can't get over the ocean of doubt, man. See, you need a strong leader because they strongly lead, so-called strong. It ain't strong at all. We're proving that. See? But, they need it just like they got a leader. They got all these great speculators and persons who haven't realized Krishna, and they juggle the words of the Shastras, and we're guru because we got the rubber stamps. Inside, it's not right, but outside they're saying, they're promoting real vehemently. They seem strong. See? All that going on. See? So it takes a strong leader, Krishna was more or less alone, but he's considering according to time, place, and circumstance what should be done. So Prabhupada was surrounded also, and Krishna, through him, is also considering the situation. What did he do? Oh, okay, they're only fit for Vaidhi, for a couple of generations, Bhaktisiddhanta and Prabhupada's group. Okay, they're only there. Okay, so through Prabhupada and Bhaktisiddhanta, they preach like that. But Prabhupada, he wrote in his books this other stuff. That's why, people wouldn't believe it unless it's based on the real scriptures. See? So in both, in his books you see the Vaidhi, and you see, in the Goswami books you see Vaidhi and Raganuga. And so that when you're Vaidhi qualified, that's all you see. Okay? And so you preach that, and then you misconstrue. You think that's going to get you to Golok and Vrindavan. Okay? So now, in those same books, we preach the Raganuga portion and show how it is stronger. Not only in the books pointed out, but show in our Sangha in living color. You can see how can these guys, break a few principles, except Vaishnava Aparad and Guru Aparad, of course, and how can they continue to do what they do? How can they look so happy in their worship? How can they look so attractive? Because I got to know, this guy, doesn't he look attractive? I mean, look at that guy. Yeah, you do. Look at that face. Smile for the camera. Look at that. Oh my God, they broke some principles already. More principles. Send this right to Rupanuga, man. Give him some ammunition. Do it again. Okay, oh, look at this, man. This is proving that the 70-year-old man because of bhakti, is attractive to women. And is that a bad thing? Is that wrong? Is that wrong? No.
It's very good, is that?
It's what?
Very good.
It's very good?
Very good.
Very good.
I enjoy it. I shall never wash my cheeks again.
Huh?
Never wash my cheeks
You
again.
never wash it. Now, how is Gorhari going to justify that? How is he going to use Shastra there? This is the biggest challenge to Rupanuga is going to be saying, I'm sorry, use your name. Oh, Rupanuga, it's time, man. I don't want you to die without this bhakti. You served Prabhupada sincerely all your life, man. I want you to take this blessing, man. I'm going to do it right now and prove that we are doing the right path, and that was perfectly bona fide. Okay? Right there in Nectar of Devotion that you read every morning, we've seen him reading Nectar of Devotion, is the quality of Krishna. He's very attractive to women. So what can you do? He's got Krishna. He just proved it, because he's 70 years old with half a brain. And these girls, look at them. They are attracted to him, but not in a bad way, in a loving, affectionate way. Don't worry about that. Yeah. In a loving, affectionate way, that is pure-hearted, really not, not the way that I heard, well, anyway, not in the bad way, let's put it that way, okay? So, you see, what's going on here is according to Shastra. If he was not attractive, then there's proof that Krishna is not in his heart. Because who would be attracted to an old man like that with half a brain? He must have Krishna. That is the miracle. That's the miracle. See? Isn't it? Am I saying right? Isn't that in the book? I mean, I'm telling you, man. Krishna is attractive. And if Krishna is in the heart of somebody, Krishna can't help. The person becomes attractive. See? And if he's not attractive to you, or you hate him or something, or you hate devotees like that, that's attractive also, that's getting purified. So it's very good on all levels. Okay.
He saw how this army was striking fear into his subjects. The Lord considered what is suitable.
You see fear. Okay. Again, I'm sorry to interrupt.
That's okay.
Striking fear into the subjects. And that's the worship of awe and reverence. Isn't that based on fear? That's okay. Based on fear, right? See? Based on fear of going to hell and all that. So the leaders are doing that. They say, don't go to Gorhari, because if you do, you'll be cursed by God. Basically cursed by them. Just like Bali Maharaj was cursed by his guru. Don't you serve Vamanadev and be liberated? See, he got liberated. He went to, and to prove that he got the blessing is he went to hell and was happy. He was so happy. He was cool in hell. This is the boon that Krishna wants to give. If you find the real devotee, you'll be cool in this world, and this is a hellish world, isn't it? Yeah. Are you cool in this world now? Very cool. You very cool? Yeah. And you got that hot Women that are 10 times more lusty than men. They look at this. Look at that guy is cool. He's still cool. Rupanuga, eat your heart out. Look at this. This is pure. Don't worry. Everything is catching it up. Yeah, you see, these are the examples I have. These are my disciples. They become very attractive and pure-heartedly. Do you guys feel any lust? You feel lusting that you want to take him to bed or anything? How about you? You're a married woman, right? So you don't want to do that. Your husband should be good with this. He's okay with that, you think? Yeah. You think he's good. Yeah. There should be no jealousy there. The only jealous person should be the Vaidhi Bhaktas who wish to have this kind of, potency. Because it's like that. This is the thing, man. So you want to get over the fear, right? So Krishna was there, and if you want to be subject to fear, you stay on that path. If you want to be free of that and to be like us, where we're free, happy-go-lucky, easygoing, we smile a lot, and if we cry, it's for Krishna, and that's blissful too, and ecstatic also, isn't it?
Yeah,
Isn't it?
definitely.
You like to cry for Krishna?
I love to cry for
She
Krishna.
loves to cry for Krishna?
I love to cry for Krishna.
Yeah.
It feels so good.
It feels so good. Hey, how
And
would
the
you
sweet
like?
tears.
Huh?
And the sweet tears.
Sweet tears. Wow. Yeah, how would you like that? Hey, man, well, that's what we preach. How to cry and be sad. Do you like being sad for Krishna?
I like to be sad for Krishna.
That too?
Happy for Krishna, sad for Krishna.
Everything
Laughing
Krishna?
for Krishna, everything for Krishna.
And it's all transcendental?
It's all transcendental. Definitely. It's not good, it's transcendental.
How many devotees out there? You got me. Teach me. How many devotees out there, Vaidhi Bhaktas, okay, following a path, when you feel sad, do you still feel bad? Because if you feel sad and you're feeling bad, you're on the wrong path. You're in the wrong path. See? You need to get open your iPad and come and be sad here. See? So we got some Vaidhis coming here. They're getting over their sadness real quick. That's why they came here. They came over here to transform, not to give it up, but to give us their clothes of sadness, their clothing of material sadness, and get the transcendental sadness. Because it's not like iron, like, ooh, I hate this sadness. Oh, I love this sadness. See? So that's what we do here. You trade in those old clothes of the material emotional state, and you get transcendental sadness. That's what Lord Chaitanya came to give. That's what we're dishing out here. Transcendental happiness where you'll laugh all your laughter and you'll cry all your tears and love it both states. See?
Afraid to let go of some of the sadness.
Huh?
Why sometimes do I feel
Okay. You got to just jump up.
Why sometimes do I feel like a little bit scared to let go of some of the sadness? I don't know. It's like I'm still attached to some of the sadness.
Yeah, good. That's the Ras. You can sit there. Yeah, so that's the Ras of everything. See, in the world, you have to have taste. You either taste the material Ras or the spiritual, or a little bit of both. We're kind of in a little bit of both section, okay? So it's not like so the attachment is you've been doing it so long, and it gives you a kind of life, although you don't really like.
But I don't like it.
I
but
know.
I still want it. It's
yeah.
like,
You have to have it. It's like you're addicted.
yeah.
She's addicted. Everybody is. So it's not me. So how do you overcome that? Is you have to taste this kind of thing. So you get that by association. And then when you see that this is better and there's no edge to it, then you will just transcend it into this. And then when you love your kids and you love your, whatever it is that you feel sad about, well, that doesn't, it's transformed, and now you actually do something about it. Instead of winning the souls, well, like helping the trees, helping this, you're actually liberating souls. because they need this transcendental sadness and transcendental happiness. See? So that's why you're here. Otherwise, you could see you kind of get stuck in it. It's not.
Yeah,
It's
because I
got.
don't even like consciously try and do it. It's like I'll find it and it's like, oh, and
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
why am I doing this? Like I don't want to, and I see the pattern.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to. Yeah, because it's like ropes. That's the modes of nature, and so you have to relish that ras, and so it's not about giving it up, cutting off from it, renouncing it. It's about transcending it. I remember there's this movie, Johnny Depp movie called Transcendence. Did you see
Yeah.
that one? And there's a poignant, I think that's the word, I don't know what it means exactly, but there's a great scene in that towards the end, and there's a big army facing, they're all after him and everything, and it looked like all is lost. And the lady comes up and says, well, what can we do? And he said, what can you do to fight this army? And what did he say? We will transcend it. We will transcend it.
Guys,
You have to transcend this.
Can I say something?
Absolutely.
Yeah, when I went through it, it's like anything that you do. When you do anything material,
Oh, I know what to do.
and you get something you don't like, you hate it to start with. But when you transcendental, you hate it to start with. But after a while, it grows on you, and I used to hate it. I'm in separation. I don't like it. After a while, quite a long while for me actually. I got this separation. I thought, got separation. So what? I mean, I'm going to enjoy it. And I thought, I'll enjoy it instead. What happened? It went. And I get separation now like that, and it's gone. Like that. Before it used to last for 2-3 days. I was but now I like it. I like it. I'm just used to it, see. It's just getting used to the thing that you dislike, and then you like it. So it's just like materialism. If you do something material, you don't like it. Well, if you do material, you like it to start, and then you dislike it in the end. But with spiritual, you dislike it to start with, but in the end, you love it.
Yeah, that's true.
You like it. See, I got a kiss for that, so it's good. Yeah. I like that.
See, and the proof, the miracle, the proof here is you see what happened here? We're going to prove to you people will still come and they will like what we're doing. First, we got to purify the many Vaidhi Bhaktas, with those who saw what just happened here throughout this video and just that right there. Oh man, are you going to be human? Your armies are going to circle us like crows against something, whatever it is there you're thinking of. I know that you are not going to like this, and you are going to think how to stamp out this Gaur Hari Das's preaching, because Prabhupada would never do this, and you got to stay 50 foot away from women, and women are foul and terrible, detestable things, and then he just kissed one right there, man, and my God. But in the New Testament, they were giving each other a holy kiss. See, holy kiss. That's what we're going to teach here. The renouncing this stuff, it's about transcending it. See? Transcending. How do you do that? Well, and only they can, because you got to be an example. You got to be an example of a disciple, as well as you have to have an example of a real guru. See? That's why it's not Lord Chaitanya taught in Chaitanya Mangal. It's not by austerity. It's not by renunciation. It's not by sadhana bhakti that you attain me in Vrindavan. Krishna, you attain Krishna. It's by unalloyed devotion. So follow the path of an unalloyed devotee that is transcended. and you can do that. He told them, follow the path of Srivas, okay? And you will obtain the highest happiness. The highest happiness is Vrindavan, man. You know, and this stuff is you will be able to touch your brothers, and, be friends, without this thing of all that fear. Isn't that fear? Touch a woman, touch a man, touch a woman. It's like her friend. She has this friend who's like, at first we couldn't even touch her, man. Don't. Now it's a little bit more, more free.
So have you finished? No, just a quick one. Is not identifying with things the same as transcending them? Just not identifying with
No. Yeah, that's a good point. Glad you said that. Yeah, not exactly. See, because we have to identify. She was asking yesterday, I don't know who I am, what I am. Okay, so you can't. The mind cannot figure it out. You can't do it because the mind is already, identified with being cut off from Krishna, the spiritual potency. That's why it's always going around. I don't know who I am. So I heard that also in her a lot yesterday, and I didn't say anything because I know this association, it's going to be transcended. So you got to transcend it into the relationship awakened with Krishna. See? And that means transcendental emotion. That means transcendental sadness and transcendental happiness and laughter and all these devotional mellows. See? So that's what you're going to get here. You just by being here, doing nice sankirtan, liking our preaching. Yeah, a little bit of service, do naturally. You got me a cup of coffee, thank you very much. Stuff like that. Serve Guru a little bit, Maybe somebody will fold my clothes, in my drawer, because I just throw them in there. I don't like to do housework. This little hint. You want to help me out? Do a little, make my bed a little bit, do this, that. Simple things. Like, and then you're doing what, I don't like to ask for this stuff because I feel bad about it, but I have to teach the path because the path is that. It's hearing and doing service, and then you get it. See, and those who do that, whatever it is, you transcribe, whatever, And if you follow the formula, there'll be no doubt. But if you don't follow the formula, there's doubt that will happen. And so, to make me, I hate housework. I mean, and if anybody, can do a little this, a little that for that, very happy. Thank you very much.
Me too.
You want to make me unhappy? Tell me to do housework. I like to wash dishes, though. That's one thing. What are you laughing at?
Nothing. I was thinking, have I told you to do some work? I've never told you to do anything in the house.
You're thinking what?
I was just thinking, have I ever told you to do housework?
I wasn't thinking about that. I'm just saying, what I like. Some reason, though, some people like to do housework and stuff. I hate it. Krishna puts different things in people for a reason, Yeah. What would you do to do any service for Guru if he didn't like housework? I mean, because there's not much I even ask anybody to do. If you don't do the house, if I like doing housework, you'd be out of being able to follow the formula. So Krishna put that in me, I hate, I just don't like it. Believe that? Krishna put that in him, so everybody had to feed the guy. Can you imagine feeding Nityananda? The Lord does strange things to get service done. He keeps his devotees beggars, so people can do some service and make advancement. Because if you don't serve the devotees, you can't get out of this material world. Yeah? So he makes the devotees, keeps them like where they're dependent. You know, and people say, oh, you know, because they won't serve it. Usually, you won't serve a real devotee. You can't recognize them, so they keep. Oh, beggars. Oh, well, he's a beggar. You got to give him something. That's why the Lord is he comes as a beggar, and his devotees are like kept like that, and then people help them out a little bit. And because anything you give a pure devotee is returned unlimitedly. Unlimitedly. So the intelligence give a lot, you know. They just know. They might not even know, but if they've been, you know, connected really good, they know the path automatically. And if you give to a Brahmin, and see, most people at best are given to Brahmins. See? And so they get back 10 times. If you give to a poor person on the street, something you give back, you know, maybe 2 or 3, 4. I don't know exactly what it is. And sometimes these beggars might be a pure devotee. The Lord can send them like that. Look at this. I got £1. This guy's smart, man. Yeah. This guy is giving me, well, I can't say anything. I'm not supposed to. Just say this guy is very intelligent. More intelligent than many people I know. Let's just put it that way. Guy, because he's greedy, man. He knows. Something in him he just knows. He's greedy for everything. He wants everything. He wants it all. What are you thinking about?
I was thinking about the shop front. The shop front.
The shop front. Oh, it would be good, huh?
Thinking about that for some reason.
Yeah. So, guys out there, we're thinking about a shop front out there. Okay, go ahead. Sorry, does that answer your question? Transcendent. You'll feel so much better. Okay, yeah, and one other thing about that. And it's good you got the experience of the this and you're attached to that, because when you start tasting this ras, you're going to see it's like gold. It's so pure, you're so free. Not like bound up, you know. This is so, you know, and that's why like Sachi comes, you're coming. You want this. You want to be free. And you'll see this is freedom not by artificial detachment or renunciation. It's by transcendence. Yeah. So we're doing the same thing that with that guy in the what's his name? Johnny Depp in that movie. Transcendent, but this is spiritual transcendence.
The Lord considered what his suitable response should be according to time, place, and specific purpose of his current incarnation.
See, time, place, and circumstance. See, Prabhupada, Krishna through Prabhupada said, okay, Vaidhi Bhakti, Bhakti Siddhanta also, Bhakti Vinod. Okay, guys, Vaidhi Bhakti, but in your books, Bhakti Vinod, and also Prabhupada put this Raghunath, this is, and set up the thing. Because Krishna knows what? Time, place, circumstance. He also knows past, present, and future. He knew that this time would come. Okay? So, of course, we're visionary, right? We're just naturally think like Krishna, know Krishna's ways a little bit more than others if you're really empowered. So we're preaching. This should help loosen this thing. It's got to be tradition. You know, hey man, Jesus, Lord Chaitanya, Prabhupada, they were revolutionaries in many ways. Prabhupada even said if the government knew what we were preaching, they would kill us, stop us. See, all the empowered devotees are like that. They're revolutionary in a good way. They cause an evolution of consciousness to the next level, and without that, it doesn't go anywhere. Look, proof of the Vaidhi Bhakti is proof of that. Look, it's still after 40, 50 years, those guys that were initiated by Prabhupada are more or less in the same place. Maybe worse, because they end up criticizing real devotees. But that's good because they're going to wake up. Isn't this logical, this preaching? Isn't it astounding? I'm also astounded. Like, wow, Krishna, you're really giving this fool good intelligence here. Thank you for allowing me to share this. All right, go ahead. I'm sorry.
So no, it's good.
Yeah?
I like this. This
You
is,
do?
yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, more than yes. Anyway,
All right.
okay. The Supreme Lord thought, since it is such a burden on the earth, I will destroy Jarasanda's army.
Whoa! Oh my God, this is going to be this is really revolutionary, man. Since Vaidhi Bhakti is a burden on the earth, I'm going to do what? Destroy what?
Destroy Jarasanda's army.
I'm going to destroy Jarasandha. Now, this is why there has to be a fight and why Krishna wins. Why will win? Because, see, Krishna wanted the next platform. Get out of this fear and awe and reverence and fear and striking fear in your subjects, man. Hey, man, let's teach about love, devotion, ecstatic worship. It wasn't that Krishna? Didn't he come from Vrindavan to Dwarka and to Mathura? For what? To bring Vrindavan, bring more joy. Didn't he do that? First he had to kill Kamsa, kill Jarasandha, kill Shishupal. See? And don't worry, guys, you leaders out there, we're not going to kill you. We're just going to destroy your mentality through intelligence, because you're out there, you study Prabhupada's book, you know. So we'll just destroy the illusion. How about that, huh? Keep the body. Why destroy the body? Yeah, not necessary. Let us destroy the ignorance. Let us with the truth and set people free with the truth. See? See? So that has to be gone. Otherwise, how can we usher in the next level if these persons are still out there striking fear in the subjects? Hey, you subjects out there, you want to be under that guilt? You want to be guilty all the time and fearful? Oh, I can't go to Gaurahari and listen to him because my fearful leader says don't go. He's abnormal. Yeah, you're right. No, Krishna was abnormal too. He didn't wear any shoes on the battlefield. Did you know that? He didn't like to wear shoes. He just walked around barefoot. That's pretty abnormal for a Kshatriya and a king and all that. Huh? Did you know that? Probably. Yeah, a lot of stuff you don't know. You know, prostitutes were attracted to Krishna and they didn't give up their business. Didn't matter what they did. They were saved from sinful activities simply because they liked Krishna. And that's the whole preaching here, man. You like this preaching here, you don't have to worry about how many rules you follow, because those who are striking fear in others and being struck fear in them who don't come here, see, you're in a better position, even though you're like this guy, half a brain guy, man. Look at that smiling
Always
face.
got an extra quarter.
He didn't follow many rules today, but he looks happy still. His nose is red with bhakti, devotion. Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer. Isn't it red?
Yes, yeah. I can't see I myself.
Oh, I can see it, man.
Oh, I can see it on there.
I can see it.
You can see it?
I can see it on there. I see it there.
I've got red nose.
You're going to see it now. Now you'll really see it.
I'm Rudolph.
You see it now?
Yeah.
You see it? You see it now?
I'm Rudolph.
Oh wait, move your.
It's the light, the bhakti light. The bhakti light. I'm giving you bhakti. There you go. It's in my nose. Bhakti in my nose.
There you go. Thank you very much for showing us your nose there, Dasu. Very, very nice. Very cute. Very cute.
Oh, who said that?
Said
Thanks
what?
for showing me your nose.
Who said? No, I said that.
Which bit are you reading?
There you go. Show him the nose. Show him his nose.
No, which bit are you
Show
reading
everybody.
What book are you reading?
from? What book are you reading from? Bhagavad.
Srimad Bhagavatam.
Srimad Bhagavatam.
What
Srimad.
canto?
10. 10.
Which particular verse where it says,
Which bit?
Which verse?
Just read.
just
It's
show the
50.
guidance.
How
It's
come?
50.
How come I understand him better than you, and you're from the same country?
Say that again.
How come?
It didn't compute.
How come I understand him better than you do, and you're from the same country?
You understand him better than me.
Better than you.
What makes you say that?
You
Because-
understand him better than you understand him.
Yeah.
He understands
Oh no,
you better than
I'm getting confused now.
Okay, don't
You understand Dashu better than me.
Yeah.
And we're from the same country.
Yeah.
That's what it's like. It doesn't matter if you're from the same country.
matter, huh?
It doesn't matter at all.
Is that more
Because
understandable? Which canto? Which verse?
it's the 10th. It's the 10th. It's the 10th canto,
When this
verse
is
50.
verse 50.
Yeah.
Right, I remember that. 50, 10, 50, 10. Right.
Well, it's 50, verse, canto 10, chapter 50, verse 7 and 8.
Verse 7, 8. 7, 8.
You need to look at these later because I'm taking them off.
Yeah.
7, 8, 10. No. 7, 8, 50.
How do I make it bigger?
Canto 10, chapter 50.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you.
50, 50. Chapels in yeah.
Okay. So, canto 10, chapter 50, verse 7 to 8.
7 to 8.
Yeah.
Right. 728.
No, 7. Okay, confusing. The Supreme Lord thought, since it is such a burden on the earth, I will destroy Jarasunda's army, consisting of Akshunis,
Aksuhinis.
of foot soldiers, horses, chariots, and elephants, which the king of Magadha has assembled from all subservient kings and brought together here.
Yeah, you see, this is the whole thing of this. These armies of Vaidhi Bhaktas, they have all their subservient kings and foot soldiers. Oh, that's the rank and file Vaishnavas. You know, when you're rank and file, that means you don't have much standing in that army. You notice that? If you were here when Prabhupada was here, then you're the advanced devotee, right? You know, people don't look at, does a person show the symptoms of advancement? They don't know that in Vaidhi. You know, when I came to Krishna consciousness in 1980, I immediately came and joined up just by contact with Prabhupada. I immediately chanted the holy name in ecstasy and cried in the temple. Immediately had ecstatic attraction for the books, and I got chastised for it. They wanted to throw me out of the temple, you know, for being attracted to Krishna, because they didn't hear about this. What is this attraction? Crying in the temple, that we heard this is offensive. See, so they look, this is the thing. The foot soldiers are being taught by the persons like that don't understand the symptoms of of what real bhakti is. And we're teaching that. Isn't that amazing? This person that was ready to be thrown out of the temple is teaching now that it's good to cry in the temple. Doesn't that sound like this is terrible, huh? Oh, no. Matter of fact, if you're not crying for Krishna, you're not making any advancement. You're not cultivating Krishna consciousness yet. Oh, where does it say that in Prabhupada's books? Did you know if you're not crying for Krishna, you're not even on the path yet of cultivating Krishna consciousness? Did Prabhupada say that? Yes, he did in Nectar of Devotion, on the techniques of hearing. It says right there, the platform of cultivating Krishna consciousness is when you begin to cry for Krishna. You notice people, they come here, they cry a lot. Because they're coming to the platform of cultivating real Krishna consciousness now. And they're crying out all of that material miseries, all those material ideas, the material emotional things, it's crying, all these wrong conceptions and all of that. It's such a relief too. Do you like this crying happening? It's better now, huh?
Much better.
Yeah. The crying for the world for children and sons and that attachment is like being in quicksand. It's like, it takes your energy, pulls it down, but you can't give it up. Yeah? Here you'll get the power to give up that, but not by giving up, by transcending it, by getting a higher taste. And that's what we're all, huh?
You get relief as well.
Yeah, you get relief.
You get relief from all your bad things.
Yeah.
And you don't feel guilty anymore. See, guilt is gone. See, my red nose. Guilt is gone. There is no guilt here. No guilt here. That's it. No guilt. Red nose. No guilt. Yes, thank you. It's all right, thank you.
Oh, yeah, it's good.
No guilt. No guilt. No guilt. I don't feel guilty at all. And that's it. Any bad guilt.
You know, that's the best thing. I think we could say, tell everybody, hey, how would you guys like to, learn how to be guilt-free? Maybe we should do a self-help group like that. How to be guilt-free, man. Come here, we'll make you guilt-free. Just, free. Maybe we should charge them some. People won't appreciate it unless we charge it. Okay, come here and for $1,000, okay? We'll make you guilt-free. Guaranteed, money back. Guaranteed. How's that? Huh? $1,000. Nah, you can't do that.
£5.
It won't. It's not our style. Not my style. I don't. No.
And they come and they get a guilt back if they don't like it.
Oh, he can. He said.
We'll give you the guilt back.
He said, if you don't like it, you can get your guilt back. If you don't like being guilt-free, if you don't want to be free from, all of your emotional attachments, you can have it all back. Some people take it back, actually. I've had that. Give it a little Vaishnava Guru aparad, then you get it all back. You become as sappy as you were before.
So what have you got to lose? Nothing.
Yeah.
Unless you like being guilty. People do. People like it. People trip off it. Yeah, but they like it because they don't know
There's
the
no
alternative.
guilt. If there is no guilt, does that mean you are not guilty anymore or just indifferent?
Oh, yeah. Okay, so I had a good question there. I want some more coffee, man.
They haven't got what?
They only have hot water and hot milk.
No more coffee?
Oh, they told you that?
No, I'll get it.
No, they need to know. Somebody needs to tell them at the bottom.
You want hot water?
I want to play them further away.
Yeah, so the question is, okay.
So Fred, shall I tell these? Fred is asking, if there is no guilt, does that mean that you are not guilty anymore or just indifferent?
No, here, it's you're transcended it. Krishna is pleased with you. See, the way you get shelter from the envious, from the bad things in the world, and the guilt, the wrath of God. See this thing, the Vaidhi thing, which is fear in the subjects and all that is you have to be subject over here. You have to come and realize from your heart to be submissive and surrendered here. Otherwise, you'll be surrendered there. And you want to feel guilty and always feared, and have the fear of God in you and all that, then you go over there. You want to come here because you have to be a subject there. If you want to, otherwise you have to be subject to this teaching, subject to this bhakti. And that has to come from your heart. You actually have to want that. Otherwise you'll be subject out there. So your choice. This guy here has decided to be subject over here, huh? Are you surrendered over here?
I'm surrendered over here. Yeah.
Are you submissive over here?
Submissive over here.
Yeah. So you've transcended this guilt thing.
Yeah.
You're not just indifferent to it.
No. I don't care.
Yeah. You don't care.
I don't care.
Nobody can strike fear in you anymore.
No.
So Pani says the biggest thing I had to do to get used to, get used to is being guilt-free while being responsible. Guilt develops with not fulfilling one's responsibilities, learning it in the Sangha. Okay, see, no, actually, yeah, and to adjust that, okay. Being guilt-free while being responsible. Guilt develops by not fulfill. Okay, see, the thing is, you can live in any ashram, like you're doing. You're in a household or ashram, you have children, okay? Any ashram. But just by the fact that you're coming here, you just fulfill your responsibilities. You don't have to do it perfectly. You don't have to come here all the time. Just by the fact you have faith in a living devotee here, and you're helping like this, you believe in this. So as you get rid of your doubts, you'll see that you become more and more blissed out of your gourd. Just from having, Krishna is pleased with you just by finding the real path. This is the real path. This is like Krishna coming out of Vrindavan, and facing the Akshohini army of Vaidhi Bhaktas of Jarasandha. He was a Vaidhi Bhakta, man, and he thought that this upstart Krishna was a bad person, just like the Vaidhi Bhaktas think that this upstart Gaur Haridas is a bad person. But whoever is taking shelter now, here, you're getting protected. You can feel protected by that army of guilt ridders, guilt proponents and fear mongers. They want to strike fear in you. They feel protected here. And the more you get faith in that and overcoming your doubts by hearing and doing service, man, the more you'll get it. And then you'll just totally relax into this. Like he does. Hey man. Happy camper now. No problem. No doubts. Nothing. I get to see Radharani every day. What's the problem, man? I would have no problem either. Would you guys out there? You see Radha and Krishna, and he doesn't even care that he knows that you all think not you guys maybe, but out there that people think he's crazy, nuts.
No.
Yeah, he doesn't care. Why? Because he knows it's real. See, he knows he's getting, when you're eating ice cream, doesn't matter if people never ate ice cream. It's just, oh, you're not eating, he doesn't, hey man, I'm eating ice cream, man. I'm seeing this, I'm feeling this, and you're not, man. What does your opinion have anything to do with this? This is how you transcend it, by experiencing real bhakti, man. The devotees, the same thing here. You wonder, go Hari's a Sahaj and everything. You see me keep going, right? I can't help it. You guys are idiots. You guys are fools. You guys haven't tasted bhakti. I can't help that. I'm going to keep preaching, man. Oh, you're not supposed to? Prabhupada ordered me. I know that. He knows that. We're going to prove that we know, that I know, and he knows, and everybody else here is getting to know. And you're the only ones who don't know until we inform you.
And then you'll be in the know.
Then you'll know. You may not like it at first. It's like you guys are out like little kids in a high chair, and we're feeding you the spinach. You gotta eat. No, I don't want the spinach. No, you eat your friggin' spinach. You eat your vegetable. No, spitting it out. And we keep forcing that the green stuff, man. We want you to go green. Not just with envy, but with spinach, with real food, so you get your strength. Oh, he's got a comment.
Yeah, see, he had a problem at first with it. He had a problem with it first. He invited it when I went to my run around a bit. He thought I was joking. We showed him what it was, and afterwards he accepted it, didn't you?
Did I?
Yes.
Did I?
Yeah.
Do you know my right here?
Yeah. He accepted
I'm
it.
still there, bro. I'm still there. Sorry to say.
Accepted it, and he said
I'm holding it. That's okay. I'm holding it.
he accepted it, and now he's okay with it. Well, he's not.
No.
He's not. All right, he's not. So there.
But I'm not guilty. Yay.
He's not guilty, so he's all right. Any story? No, go ahead.
So Freddie says if you make a vow, like the Vaides do, and you can't follow it, it automatically creates guilt, I guess. Well, you see, again, that's the path of religion, man. Rules, regulations, making vows. You ever see me making a friggin' vow? Can't follow a vow. Therefore, I don't make them. Vow to have class at a certain time. Sorry, can't do that. I'll try. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. I don't need to make vows. I already attained what I want. Hey man, I ain't looking for anything else but more of what I already got. That's called Krishna consciousness. That's the real thing out there. What's his name? Rupanuga?
I thought we weren't
I make
mentioning
her
names
cringe. I just feel like doing it.
to make her cringe.
He loves for me to cringe.
Yeah, I like to. She goes, ooh, he said his name. Who is Rupanuga to me, man? Hey, man. You know, when he's facing this guy here, he's facing his guru. He's going to get to know that, man. Because who is behind Prabhupada? Krishna, right? Who's behind Gaur Das? Same guy. You think it's something different? That's your dualistic thinking. We're here to rid you of that. Here, I don't want you to die without bhakti, man. You gave your whole life to Prabhupada. We want to see you eat this mercy. Taste this bhakti, man. It's great. It's wonderful. Prabhupada wants you to have a good time now. Before the end. Maybe you'll live another 10, 20 years. That could be good. So, yeah. Rupanuga. Rupanuga. Look at her. She cringed, man. She's thinking this is her last fear. Oh my God, he mentioned his name. Rupanuga.
I don't know who he is.
It's actually a name for Krishna, so don't worry about it, man. Hey, man, what are you? Anything, Mr. Important? Rupanuga is a name for Krishna. I can say that name 1,000,000 times. It's your fault if you take it personally. No, we're supposed to take Krishna personally. Bonnie says, you've destroyed our capacity for following rules and sticking to our words. Laugh out loud. Yeah, well, hey man, you follow this path, you don't have to make vows, all that stuff. All right, about time to get the real stuff. I had a rule that I only drink 2 cups of coffee
That's
in the
fine.
morning, and I broke it here. I'm having 3. I don't. Do I look guilty? I ain't gonna drink the whole thing. I just have a couple of sips because 2 really does it. But you see, I broke the rule. Who cares? Big deal.
No, thank you.
Have we had enough fun for the morning
Oh, I've
here?
had so much fun.
It was good, huh?
It's so good. Today, what a fantastic class. You
Yeah.
know, the purport, you know,
At the
the
pub.
when we read a verse, when I read a verse, and then you just completely break it down and just make it massive and so logical and so relevant, and now the people, you know, the devotees are understanding it, and it's such a great thing. You know, that helps so much. It really helps. Thank you. And to be part of it is just wow. Thank you again.
Aren't I ripped?
Yeah. You
I
got the muscles.
I got 6
You
packs.
got the
man.
muscles.
I have spiritual 6 packs.
Definitely.
Yeah, you see,
Definitely.
not material. I guarantee I ain't got 6 packs there, but I got 6 packs. I got the stuff that lasts, man. Him too. He's got some good stuff. See? And we're here for bodybuilders. You want to be a bodybuilder, man? We'll help you build your spiritual body. All you have to do is come here, and we'll build your spiritual body, man. You'll get like muscles that no one can see. Oh, but as they grow and get bigger, then people start seeing them. They become so massive, you at one person can defeat a whole bunch of bodies that out there that are undeveloped spiritual bodies. They just got no strength, man. That's why how Krishna did it, man. There was all these akshohinis of armies of Vaidhi Bhaktas out there that followed Vishnu in rules and regulations. There was only him and a few people in a Dwarka. I think he got a few of his sons, and they just attacked him and defeated the whole thing because he was ripped spiritually with ecstatic devotion, man. That's how it is. That's why this guy, he's getting ripped, man. Every darshan he gets with Radha and Krishna, man, he gets more attractive to men and women. You might call him a homo because guys might start wanting to go after him, but he's not a homo. And by the way, we're not against homos. You can be a homo or a hetero. They're all okay here. It's okay. We're not, so hey, we're just joking around. Homos are good. Heteros are good. We want to make you all transcendental. Matter of fact, if you're a homosexual and you come here, you're better than a guru who's a heterosexual following everything perfectly but doesn't come here. That's how it works. So this is Christians don't know. They thinking, a lot of Christians, they have a problem. They even call themselves spirit-filled Christians. But they have a trouble with a person is homosexual, and actually the same thing in our movement. They wouldn't even let that boy George become a Vaishnava. Hey, I want this message to you, everybody out there part of this group. This is the order. Get boy George to say that we will accept him. We will accept him in our group, man, and we will teach him things that none of those Vaidhis could teach him. Boy George, come here and sing for us. Come here, and you'll be so happy, man. You'll be so happy. We'll accept you as a homosexual, no problem. Matter of fact, we'll accept you more than those who criticize us and you and everybody else. So, boy George, you come over here, man. We're the real Vaishnavas, teaching real Vaishnavism. We're not the Abbas Vaishnavas or wannabe Vaishnavas or we actually worship Krishna so much that he comes here every day to be with us. And we know it, and intelligent people know it. And the less intelligent will come to know that. So, Boy George, you come here and come back to Vaishnavism. We'll teach you more than what Christians can teach you. He's kind of going that Christian way. I'm telling you, we'll teach you more here.
My first words were karma chameleon. My first words were karma chameleon because my sister is the biggest Boy George fan.
Big what?
Boy George fan, yeah. She like writes like she's on Facebook, so
Oh,
I'll tell her.
tell her. Yeah, tell him that we
Because
got
she
a place
played
for
it
him.
all the time.
Does she contact him? Does he
Yeah,
talk
she
to
writes
him?
him, not him, his like one of his friends, and she like knows a couple of other people. So I'll tell her.
Maybe that's why he came out.
We can send him a song. We're singing the mantra with one of his songs. The one that we do now,
Oh.
we sing one of his songs at Maha Mantra.
Oh, yeah.
We can send it to
Send
him.
it through him.
You know, I think you do.
Yeah, my
Okay.
sister is like his biggest fan.
Okay.
She's been his fan for like decades and has sent him stuff. And yeah.
So we can send it to you, and then you can send it. Yeah. Very nice.
Must be a reason I talked about that. So we don't limit it just to Boy George. Anybody, whether you're hetero or homo, come here and partake of the prasad. It's open to everybody. First come, first serve here, right? So these coming first, whoever's coming first, you get served first. So, you know, it's like that. Right now, there's a lot of openings, a lot of intimacy here, you know. You'll see, it may not always be like that, but it is now. It'll always be intimate.
Whoever comes first. Okay, I'm thinking about that.
Okay, we talked enough. We bent your ear over enough. Still got 7 people. That's good. Anything else anybody wants to say? Peace. Just make better to get this than this. If you come here, God will give you this. If you go elsewhere, you'll get this. Hey, Satyananda. If you want, you can watch the replay here. We're in the pub, man. We're getting drunk on God. Hey, it didn't work like that. Didn't say hi yet.
No, he said something.
Oh, sorry. Oh. Oh, you guys start. Thank you. Yeah, it is beautiful, isn't it? It's beautiful. And we'll even do something, because I've been thinking, we'll do something, we'll even stretch unlimitedly. Well, your guru, tell him, come on over and hang out with us. Why not?
I think he's quite happy in his little world. Or big world, depending on how you look.
Oh, you've been here from the start. Oh, okay. I didn't see you come up there. You must have been kind of watching. Satyananda from Germany. Okay. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
How do you start, Maharaj?
Are we off?
Yeah.
Yes.
Or just press share?
No, I'll wait.
Yeah, press share, or is it press?
Show it to you.
Oh, here. Show it to me. I'll do it. Okay. Oh, yeah. You got to push off. Just X. There we go.